Could the inaugural TNA Knockouts champion be coming out of retirement? Well, according to Gail Kim herself, she says never say never. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Gail Kim has been doing interviews recently, and she spoke about Mickie James and the success that Mickie James is having on her so-called last run, her last rodeo. Mickie James recently won the Knockouts Championship, beating Jordynne Grace at TNA or Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill 2023. And she was asked recently about possibly coming back and doing one more match. The interview was with Lucha Libre Online, and this is what Gail Kim had to say about possibly coming back and wrestling Mickie James. I'll give you the quote and then we'll discuss whether or not we really care about Gail Kim. But yeah, that's what Gail Kim had to say. Quote, "I love and respect Mickie James to the highest regard. If she wanted to come out of retirement to wrestle her, I would do it, just because I respect her that much. I would just need the time to prepare physically. People are asking, does that mean, listen, you never say never in wrestling." End of quote. So it seems like Gail Kim is basically laying it out on the line here, and she's flat out saying if Mickie James wants her to come out of retirement to wrestle her, then she will, which is fair enough. She also went on to speak about how she doesn't think she would take the route that Mickie took, but respects her for doing it. I'm not quite sure what she meant by this. I'll quickly give you the quote and then we'll discuss both topics. But she says, quote, "I don't think I would do what Mickie did. She started at the bottom and worked her way up, and that's a lot of matches to have. You never say never to a dream scenario. It could be anything. Someone just has to put together the right scenario for it to be something. We're all wrestlers. We all love it. It's always inside of us somewhere. We put it to bed, but sometimes a little something comes up." End of quote. So let's take the latter there, for example. What does she mean, Mickie started from the bottom? Don't most people start from the bottom? Yeah, Mickie started from the bottom, but I don't really understand what Gail Kim's going for. Didn't Gail Kim start from the bottom as well? Or am I like missing out here? I don't understand that she says she couldn't take this route that Mickie James took. I mean, when I first remember ever seeing Mickie James, she was basically just a valet, and then I believe she was doing some stuff on the indies. But I don't recall her doing this, like, you know, grinding schedule where she had to wrestle like 10 million matches a year just to like make it. I don't recall that at all. So I'm not too sure what Gail Kim's talking about, that Mickie had this route that she doesn't think she could take because it was so many. I honestly do not understand where Gail Kim is going with that. And for Gail Kim to say she would come out of retirement for Mickie James, really, why would you come out of retirement just for one person? Again, this isn't WrestleMania level. This is not big money. This is not putting bums in seats, honestly. It's TNA, it's Impact Wrestling. No disrespect to Impact Wrestling, no disrespect to Mickie James or Gail Kim, but honestly, what's that going to do? How's that going to change anything? If Gail Kim comes out and says, yeah, I'm going to wrestle Mickie James one more time, what we're talking, maybe you get a couple of extra buys. I mean, literally. It's not groundbreaking. It's not like, when I think of dream matches, you think of like Rock versus Hogan. I don't see Gail Kim coming out of retirement for Mickie James as a dream match. I think that's a match that wrestling could live without, if we're being perfectly honest. Plus, I mean, Mickie James now is 43, Gail Kim's 45. They are approaching the 50 mark, and I just don't see much value in any of them. Look, I enjoyed Gail Kim back in the day. She's super hot. I like Gail Kim, no doubt about it. I like Mickie James too, but again, like I said, they're both well into their 40s now. So I don't really see them having much value, especially as a women's wrestler. You know, like I said, I've said it many times. Like, your peak is from your peak's like your mid-20s. It is what it is when you're a female. When you get into your 30s, you're beginning to lose value. Never mind your 40s. So I don't think the world really needs to see a Gail Kim versus Mickie James match. Plus, Gail Kim came out and says, like, last year that if she was to wrestle again, she would probably have to get a back surgery before she could do it, which, now, I don't know, maybe her health has changed, maybe her physical, well-being has changed since then, but again, It just doesn't make a lot of sense for me for Gail Kim to go through surgery just to come back and have a match against Gail Kim. Let's say, for example, it's WWE. Let's say it's The Rock. Let's say The Rock's retired. Let's say The Rock would require to have back surgery to have one more match, but they're trying to pitch it. McMahon's like, come on, Rock, we need you to come and dethrone Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has had this near 3-year title reign. You know, you're The Rock, you're Dwayne Johnson, you're his family. We need to have Rock versus Roman Reigns. Obviously, it's going to headline WrestleMania. That's a dream match. You know, that's something that is worth coming out of retirement for. That is something that's worth having surgery for. Honestly, Gail Kim versus Mickie James, again, no disrespect, but I wouldn't even get out of bed to see that match. Never mind get out of retirement. You know, it is what it is. Let me know, guys, down below. What's your thoughts? Do you want to see it? Does anybody even watch Impact? I keep saying I'm going to give it a try, and you know what? We might actually start reviewing TNA on this channel. It can't be worse than Rampage. It can't be worse than Dynamite, so we might actually give TNA another chance. But honestly, as for Mickie James and Gail Kim, I'm not too bothered if they had a match and I happened to be watching it. I'm not saying I would change the channel. I'm not saying I would turn it off, but I certainly don't think it's a match that anybody is desperate to see. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you in the next one. And of course, until then, we've been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching and peace.